Alright, this is going to be a video of this 42-inch Westinghouse brand Newton ceiling fan I got at my local Habitat Restore. I got it because I volunteer there, and basically what I do for them is refurbish ceiling fans I receive a donation and make them more sellable and run better than how they previously came in. Now, Westinghouse Newton fans don't seem to be too common in oil rub bronze, because it's actually the first one, this finished combination I've seen. They seem to be a lot more popular in brushed nickel, so I was assuming that was probably the most common finished combination for these. Without any further ado though, I'm going to demonstrate the fan and start with the light kit. As you can see, this does work, and I'm using three 40-watt equivalent energy saving compact fluorescent bulbs, which do output a pretty good amount of light actually. And I'll turn that off. Show the fan running now, and begin with the very highest speed. And judging by the white piece of tape I put on one of the blade brackets for the purposes of RPM indication, I'd say this is probably going to spin at around maybe 225 to 230 RPM, somewhere close to there. It actually blows a very good amount of air for a 42-inch fan, probably even comparable to some 52-inch ones actually. And it is pretty noise-free when it runs. There's a slight bearing noise, but I did put some oil in them, which did seem to help things out. Now for medium speed, this really isn't going to slow down much at all. It's probably going to spin at about maybe 100, or pardon me, 205 RPM. So really not much difference. It even blows a pretty similar amount of air. And last but not least, the low speed. Just with the fan and light on, running simultaneously. This is going to go at about maybe 85 to 90 RPM. I'll turn everything off. Stop the blades here. And I'm going to talk about some general information on the fan. When I tried to look up the UL file listing to determine the actual manufacturer who made it for Westinghouse, no results came up because either the company does not exist any longer or they no longer make ceiling fans. I know that the newest Westinghouse fans are made by Peng Industries though. I did actually have to replace the capacitor in this because the original one had melted. The new one I have in there is not of the exact same value, however, which probably is making the fan spin faster than it would have from factory, hence why it blows so much air. Next, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of the fan and what I would rate it out of 5 stars, beginning with the pros. I really do like the look of it overall. Kind of blends the contemporary and traditional styles well, because it has these modern type blade brackets and a more traditional motor housing, so quite an interesting combination. Another thing is it is quite versatile because it can be installed with or without the light kit, and it can be downward or flush mounted. Plus, it can be installed with 4 or 5 blades. I currently have it installed with 5 because I think it looks better in 4, in this case at least, but 4 is an option. And the blades are reversible. One side is rosewood, the other side is teak. I'm using the rosewood side because I think it looks nicer on oil rub bronze than teak does. In terms of the cons, it is a little bit flimsy, as a lot of newer Westinghouse fans. Metal parts aren't of the highest quality. Plus, the motor is a little bit undersized. I think it's like a 153 by 12. Personally, I would have preferred if they made it like a 153 by 15 or 153 by 18. That definitely would have been better. And overall, it's just kind of a mediocre fan. Nothing too special when it comes to performance. At least originally it wasn't. And it's just really kind of average, I guess. Overall, I'd probably have to give it 3.5 out of 5 stars because it does look quite interesting. Definitely isn't average in that sense. But otherwise, it's just your typical post-2000 ceiling fan. You know, basic, does its job, and looks nice, I guess. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and there's lots more to come.